welcome to the vlog. Hey friends! It's a clouded gray day here on the south shore of Nova Scotia, and I went into Tantalon to get a few things, run a couple errands, and decided that I'd talk to you a little bit about my fun week. So, bit of a rough week, but I'm going to start this off by saying I'm not complaining. I'm just kind of going to let you know what happened, and just kind of keeping you updated, trying to keep it real. I know a few of you who watch on a regular basis said it's okay to share the bad with the good. So, like I said, I'm not really complaining. I'm kind of over it, and I'll get to how I kind of pushed the reset button in a little bit here. So, Monday was uneventful. Tuesday, I decided that I was going to go and show you guys the Sambro Island Lighthouse. Yes, I said island. Now, in the summertime, there's a ferry that goes out there, and you can kind of disembark, I think, and look around, and then get back on, and it will take you back. It's kind of a tour type kind of thing. But since we're in October, I don't think said tour is running, so I did a little research on Google and found a road that went down past Bald Rock, is what it's called, and into the forest, and then basically it looked like, on Google anyways, that there was a trail that went down to the water. Hey friends! So today Rollins and I are going to go see how close we can get to the Sambro Island Lighthouse. Well, I got there, and I'll fly some of that footage in over top of here, but I got there and it was a dead-end road, which I knew, and the area where the trail started was basically covered, like 4 no trespassing private property, no hunting private property signs, etc., etc. So myself, in my cocky and infinite wisdom, decided that, well, that's okay, it's only about half a kilometer to the shore anyways, so I'll launch the drone from here. Well friends, I'm sad to report I've got nothing to show you. This red overheated face is partially embarrassment and partially because Rollins and I just spent the last 2.5 hours down on a rocky beach looking for a gray drone amongst gray rocks. Not even sure if it made the shore. Basically, story in a nutshell is I drove an hour and a half to get here, found the road that I wanted to find, and basically the trail that leads to the shore, the start of it here at the road, is littered in private property, no trespassing signs. So Wayne, trying to be the nice guy, proper good citizen head that he is, decided, okay, well, it's only another, 0.6 of a kilometer from here to the shore, so we'll just launch it from here. Now, do note, I did check the weather. I did check the wind speed before I got here. My batteries were full. The one I launched, when it hit the basically 50 meters in the air, it was at 99%. I put it on sport mode to get out there fast, got out there fast, and I started to lose signal. So I actually was at one point on the roof of the truck because I had lost signal, and I was just going to turn around and bring it back. Wasn't worth it. Lost signal, then it came back for a bit. I'm pulling back on the joystick the whole time, lost signal again. A few minutes later, and I finally got signal back and started bringing it back. Meanwhile, when it came back online, practically over the island, the return to home reset. So now I can't use return to home because it thinks its return to home is back out over the ocean. So then I brought the drone back down. Once I had some signal, it was coming in. But being as I'm up here in the trees, I did not realize how fast and how strong the wind was. And it was pushing against the wind the whole time, barely making any headway. And the battery's dying. Looking at the shore. Then it gets to the point where it says, okay, battery's almost dead, we're gonna land. And it started landing. Meanwhile, I'm still pushing for the shore, and that was it. I don't know if it made the shore. Might have not have. Could be 20 feet out in the water for all I know. Rollins and I went down there. I basically ignored the private property, no trespassing signs, and went looking for my drone, which in hindsight, I should have just done in the first place, because it's just a trail down to the beach. There's nothing around here. It's fucking open forest, right? And so I went down, we looked around, and I didn't see anything. Couldn't find it. Thought maybe Rollins might find it because he loves the damn thing. He jumps up and down every time I pull it out, but he was too busy eating seaweed, which is probably going to come back and bite me in his ass later. Anyway, it's been a day. I'm going to call it, and yeah, an expensive day. Whatever. Money I don't have. Whatever. It's the end of this Nova Scotia tour anyway, so I give up. I'm done. There'll be a few more videos coming out that I've already shot, but I probably won't shoot anymore. I'm just going to pack it in for the summer. Right, Doug? Now, do note, I checked the weather for that area, and the wind speed that I saw about an hour before I left was 7 kilometers an hour with gusts up to 14. That's what it said for that area. Thought I was doing everything right. Thought I was safe. Just didn't come back in time. And when we got down to the shore, I noticed how windy it was blowing out to sea. So that explains why it was fighting to come back and how it drained the battery so quick. So that was my Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I get a email about one of the jobs that I applied for. And it was like, we'd like to talk to you further. Okay. We're going to send you a questionnaire. Okay. That kind of thing. Next day, Wednesday, wake up. There's the questionnaire. Fill out the questionnaire. Send it in. They seem to be in a hurry to get somebody hired. I was on the short list. Blah, 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 blah. Sent it in. By closing time that night, I had a new job. So, because I do my due diligence, I started looking into the new job, and I noticed that the company is legit. You know, it's a subsidiary of a bigger company. I was a little concerned that for some reason they didn't know that I was Canadian because they were based in Florida. But I mean, I was hired by A&R Rentals as a contractor. You know, worked there for 3 years. They're based out of Las Vegas, so you know I wasn't too worried about it. And the parent company and the subsidiary company both had won recently some pretty hefty federal contracts in the States. So they build these big, huge display walls and stuff like that. So they were doing simulations for the military and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, who knows? Maybe maybe they value what I can bring to the table, and they're not worried about doing up a contract situation. So I looked at the URL of the subsidiary and noticed that it wasn't the same URL as the back end of the emails, like the domain of the emails that the emails were coming from. So the legit company was basically aoncs.com, and then the emails were coming from aoncsinc.com. So I typed that domain into Google, and this website pops up. Not really a website though, it's a 404 error, so there's no page for it. And then I notice, built by Vistaprint. Red flag alert. What frickin' cybersecurity company that has contracts with the government is going to be using Vistaprint for their web hosting? Yeah. So, on that note, I kind of started digging a little deeper, and I actually messaged the parent company. I said, so I applied for a job and apparently got a job with you guys. with your subsidiary, Aeon Cybersecurities, and I'm just double checking that these people work for you. And they got back to me and said, nope, this is a scam. You've been duped. And there's been quite a few people who have actually had their identities stolen from applying for this job with these people. The job doesn't exist, and we're not hiring right now. So yeah, that was my Wednesday. So in prime Wayne fashion, I basically spent Thursday beating myself up because I was so stupid and thinking that I had a job, that things were changing for me, and I'll be honest, I was kind of feeling a little sorry for myself because it would have been a good gig. They were going to pay me, like if it was real, it was, good pay, US dollars, which helps, that kind of thing. So Wednesday and Thursday sucked. And then I was kind of like bitching on Facebook. I kind of whined a little bit, and this thing popped up in my feed of a friend of mine. I mean, we were not really close friends. We went to high school together, and then lately he added me, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I went to high school with Randy. That's, that's cool. And this thing popped up, and it was a page following his recovery because he wanted to show people his recovery. And I'm like, recovery from what? And I looked a little deeper, and I'm like, holy pardon my language, but yeah. Basically, Randy was in a car accident. I'm not sure what happened. It's not my place to ask right now, but it was bad. I don't want to share too much, but the guy lost both legs below the knee. And this page is all about him going, I'm still above the grass. Let's deal with this. Let's move on. Follow my recovery. Here we go. And I kind of looked at that and went, okay, my problems just became ridiculously stupid. Yeah, sure. Job loss, money woes, whatever. People go through it. But I didn't just lose both my legs. So I kind of changed my attitude after that. I have a good dog. I have a good family. I'm healthy. I'm whole. I'm not going to sit here and whine about my bullshit. So that being that, here we are. It's Saturday. I went and put a few groceries on my credit card, and I'm out just kind of driving around a little bit, talking to you guys. I really can't complain. I'm not going to complain. I mean, yeah, I need to find some work, but so do however many other thousands of people. We're all in the same boat. So here we are. I'm doing my thing. Went past my turn because I was talking, but whatever. So yeah, there's just a random update on my way home from getting some groceries and checking out a couple things. Hopefully things turn around and I'll be in a better mood next time. I mean, like I said, I'm not ecstatic, but I'm not going to complain about it anymore. So thanks for watching. There's a little vlog for this week, which is, I guess, the third week of October. We're into the last week now. And I'll be heading back to my sister's. So even though the border is opening, it doesn't look like I'm heading south. I'm going to have to hunker down and find some work, maybe even some physical, like in-house working for somebody, work. I'm willing to do what I have to do. So I'll keep you all posted, and until then, thanks for watching again, guys, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, bye-bye.